Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something totally fascinating, a really specific curation of media that has one major, undeniable quality. It is absolutely 100% unmissable. Seriously, we're looking at documentaries so highly addictive, you basically won't be able to turn them off. If you've ever wondered what really captures human attention and just keeps us completely glued to our screens, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down exactly what makes these three specific docs so incredibly compelling.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source material makes a really bold, super confident promise right out of the gate. It literally states, "Believe me, you will start recommending these to your friends." I mean, think about what it actually takes for a piece of media to prompt that kind of reaction. It's not just about passing the time, it's about an experience so gripping, so paradigm-shifting that you feel this social obligation to make sure the people you care about see it too. That infectious level of quality is exactly what we're dissecting today.
All right, Section 1, Fall of Indian Business Tycoons. So going back to 2020, our first recommendation, Bad Boy Billionaires, taps right into a very specific kind of human fascination. You know the one, that morbid curiosity we all kind of have about extreme wealth and ultimate greed. Having this 2020 anchor is important because it places these crazy high-stakes power dynamics firmly in our modern financial world. This isn't just some dry biography. It's a fast-paced look at the intoxicating allure of having absolutely everything, only to watch it all crumble. The source really highlights how this documentary takes you directly inside the lives of India's biggest billionaires and business tycoons. We're talking about an exclusive, behind-the-scenes look at a level of extravagance that, frankly, most of us can barely wrap our heads around. From cornering global diamond markets to launching flashy, high-profile airlines, it completely breaks down the sheer scale of these empires. It basically answers that fundamental question, what does the day-to-day actually look like when you're sitting at the absolute apex of the financial food chain?
And this brilliantly illustrates the core narrative arc that makes this series so addictive. It's basically a two-step process of extreme human hubris. Step one is that spectacular, almost unbelievable journey to actually building that massive wealth. We get to see the hustle, the strategy, the climb, but step two is what truly hooks us, the inevitable start of their dramatic downfall. The source emphasizes this wild duality, the soaring highs directly followed by the crashing dramatic lows. It's literally a modern-day tragedy just played out in boardrooms and mansions.
Moving on to Section 2, Surviving on Our Planet. Now, released just a year prior in 2019, our next recommendation, Our Planet, completely shifts our emotional gears. We're transitioning totally away from the anxiety of human greed and moving into this stunning visual palette cleanser. It's grounded entirely in the raw, unfiltered reality of the Earth we inhabit. It really offers a much-needed contrast to the heavy human drama we were just exploring. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the source systematically breaks down the core appeals of Our Planet. We get an up-close look at the lives of different animals placed within incredibly diverse natural habitats. But the real hook here isn't just the pretty scenery, right? It's the fascinating survival techniques. It's watching exactly how life adapts and endures under immense pressure. And all of this culminates in the final point. It makes for immensely satisfying viewing. There's just this deep psychological comfort in watching the intricate, balanced systems of nature do their thing. In fact, the source notes that it's so satisfying, you will literally crave new seasons. Like, you'll just want to keep watching it continuously. It fulfills this deep craving we have for content that doesn't stress us out, but instead just immerses us completely. It's kind of a positive addiction, you know? The kind of documentary where you simply cannot look away because the beauty and that raw struggle for survival are so fundamentally compelling to us as humans.
All right, Section 3. Social media's dark side.
Well, we can't stay in the comfort of nature forever, can we? We abruptly transition back to 2020 with The Social Dilemma, adopting a much more urgent and cautious tone. This film exposes a startling reality about the immediate digital landscape that surrounds us right this very second. It brings the narrative tension directly away from the distant wild and straight into the literal devices sitting in our own hands.
So, the crucial point is this chilling contrast. The vulnerable human user pitted directly against the intentional design of social media platforms. The source takes us deep into the dark side of these networks, asking us to look at this dynamic not just as some simple service we use, but as a completely unequal match between our natural human psychology and incredibly powerful, highly calculated digital architecture.
Let's move to it and see how this builds on a terrifying core thesis. These platforms aren't just accidentally engaging. They are specifically engineered to hook humans as much as possible. This is the dark side the source is warning us about. These platforms learn, they adapt, and they are fundamentally structured to keep us addicted, maximizing the time our eyes are glued to the screen. It's a pretty sobering realization that our attention is the exact product being harvested here.
Finally, Section 4, the ultimate screen time question.
As we bring this explainer to a close, we've explored 3 highly addictive realities, right? We've got the addiction to wealth, the soothing addiction to nature, and the engineered addiction of our social platforms. So I leave you with this final provocative thought. Which dark reality will hook you first? Are you drawn to the dramatic downfall of titans, the breathtaking struggle for survival in the wild, or that unsettling truth about the phone right in your pocket? The source guarantees you'll be recommending these, but the choice of where you let your attention be captured first, well, that's entirely up to you. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.